This morning I struggled. It's been a busy week, so there's a lot going on, family-wise, business-wise, and so the topic I was going to let you guys pick. Is there anything that you would like to know more about when it comes to your balance, when it comes to your feet, when it comes to strength? Yeah. So, in that case, my contingency plan was this. Because you always...
I do have a question.
Sure.
So, just recently I missed a step and I fell.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was someplace else and there was a step down, and I don't know if it's just not looking. All of a sudden you realize it, and it's deeper than you think. Is it just a matter of focusing on steps so that you don't fall?
So yeah, you want to be diligent, right? Especially as we get older, we have to pay more attention to things we've taken for granted. A lot of times now, when you're talking about your step, sometimes the depth can throw someone off. In other words, you think it's a little bit more shallow than what it actually is. And medications can throw your depth perception off. So when we combine being diligent and other issues we may have, like our depth perception not being what it used to be, you've really got to focus and pay attention. I have a lady that I started working with. She actually fell in the parking lot, and I asked her, she split her lip open, had stitches. I said, what happened? And she goes, I don't know. And that's scary, because you don't have something to point to where we were on pavers or the concrete was uneven. But if your situation is such that you don't know how you fell, the first thing I'm thinking, what's going on up here, right? So there's a simple test that you can do. We talked about it last week, talking about the Romberg test. You guys are doing exactly what you should be doing. I can't tell you how many times I've walked inside of a home and I'm not dealing with a situation preemptively. And that's where you have to start. And they tell you that with fitness in general all the time. But I was doing an interview with Dr. Khan during, maybe 2 years ago at the peak of COVID. And Dr. Khan is who helped me put Balance University together. And the research tells us someone that has a significant fall, they pass away in 2 to 5 years. I didn't even get the 5 years out. And Dr. Khan was interrupting me and he said, no, Chris, no. It's 6 months to a year in my practice. So think about that. You have someone that's going along, right? Maybe there's a few aches and pains. Maybe they've had a hip replacement. But a lot of times it's not the fall that breaks the bone. The bone breaks first and then you fall. Well, why is the bone so brittle? Well, it's osteoporosis, osteopenia, right? And then when you step down off a step, think about that jerk, that initial jolt that one feels. That, depending on how brittle your bones are, could cause a fracture. That little pain, right, could cause you to lose your balance. So what you're doing in here with these load-bearing exercises is exactly what you should be doing. Keep in mind, it doesn't take 2 hours of investment every day to improve or to get better or to keep yourself safe. You do have to make an investment, however. The things I give you for homework will suffice. You just have to remember and then do it, right? Okay? Any questions? Nope. Let's rock and roll. All right, let's hop up, jump behind our chairs.